Never in my life have I dreamed of being in a long distance running race. But in 2023, I challenged myself, and in just over 6 months, I ran 3 marathons in 3 different countries. That's 3 in 3 in 23.
I grew up in the province of Leyte, so it's located in the middle part of the Philippines. In terms of lifestyle, since we live in a mountainous region, people are more into agriculture, farming, and fishing as well. And weather-wise, we have the dry and wet season year-round. Growing up, I'm not really into sports, so I am more into academic side. And running in the Philippines, it is quite a stigma if you're into fitness. But over the past few years, people are getting more involved into it. Basically, Filipinos are just more into watching an avid fan of sports like basketball, and getting into sport is just a leisure or fun thing to do, not the competitive one. In 2021, my job brought me to Ireland, to Dublin. So Dunleary is where I lived when I arrived here, and I really love the place. So it is one of the touristy spot in Dublin, located 7 miles down the Dublin city. So it has a lovely harbor and pier where people could walk, and it has the water sports where people could go during summer. And it is also the best place, I think, if you're into running, because you can see the scenic view of Dublin and Howth. In Ireland, the weather is very unpredictable. So you could have the 4 seasons in a day. And we were shocked, like March this year, we had this snow for a day, a decent snow. So it was really a surprising one. So when I arrived here in Dublin, COVID was just easing at the time. So we were accommodated in a place close to the hospital. And during days off, I will go out for a jog or walk to explore the vicinity. And eventually, I'll go further, and without realizing that I've been far from my accommodation because I really enjoyed doing it. As time goes by, upon exploring the place, I go further, like I go maybe 15, 20K without any hydration or any nutritions, and without realizing that I've been very far. So I'm just enjoying the view. I really love running in the morning to see the sunrise, and in the evening for the sunset. So yeah, that makes me go further mile without consciously knowing that I'm doing more than like the usual people are doing. I think it comes to a point wherein I was running spontaneously, and then I think I should be doing something out from it, and I take it as a challenge. That's why I have the eagerness to join a marathon. Joining the Dublin Marathon, it's quite tough because I didn't know it's a lottery. I just thought you just need to sign up and then you're good to go. Only to end up like I tried to log in and then joined, surprised with the lottery tickets. So it was known to me that you need to go for a charity or join this lottery to get a chance to get in. I was very unlucky with the lottery in Dublin Marathon. So in 2022, I traveled to Switzerland for Christmas to visit my sister. My sister lives in St. Gallen, so it is an hour away from Zurich. So it's a lovely small town. We're in just behind their place is just rolling hills, which is very good for runners. And you have the nice view, the farm with all the Swiss cows and the Swiss Alps. So it's great. I found out about Zurich Marathon when one time I was just browsing on my phone, and then I saw an advertisement that there is a Zurich Marathon in April. So I and checked it and see if it's another lottery because I'm very unlucky with that. And yeah, I'm so happy because you just need to sign up and you're good to go for a run. When I registered, I really zip my mouth, tell no one about it because I don't know what would happen if I could really do this, so I just keep it to myself. I booked my flights and hotel, I think 2 months before the event, and I feel really excited about it, to see Zurich in a different way because I've been there once to have a tour with my sibling, but to run is a different thing. So with regards to clothing, hydration, I have no absolute idea how to do it during my training, so I need to research about it. So apparently we need to have the gels during your long runs. Gels are like food in your pocket. These are simple carbohydrates that you can take in. They're saying you can take it every 30 to 45 minutes, which is now I'm practicing to do. And also you need to have your hydrations or electrolytes if you're doing long runs. Personally, I thought running is just you need to have your runners or just your clothes, but there's loads of things to consider. My nutrition completely changed when I am doing my training for a marathon. I'm not a picky eater. I eat everything. But when I did my training, I think I eat double the amount of what I used to eat. So I eat loads of carbs, loads of protein, and yeah, everything. So flying to Zurich, I was completely thrilled to do the marathon, you know, like carrying the luggage and not anyone knowing about this stuff. Like, God forbid, hopefully nothing would happen to me because my sister will be contacted for emergency reasons. So it was pure excitement, actually. I was delighted to fly to Zurich for the marathon. I think it is completely happening. Can't wait. You know that feeling. Well, the night before my first marathon, I didn't get enough rest. Like, I don't know, I thought I will be sleeping soundly in that night, like prepare myself for the following day, conserve my energy, but it didn't happen. It's just lay in my bed and completely thinking what will happen tomorrow, will I do it or not, would I have any crumbs or those stuff. But yeah, it's hard to sleep before marathon day actually. The morning before the race, of course, I didn't get enough rest or sleep before that. I am awake like 3, 4 a.m. I had to have my early breakfast because the marathon would start, I think, 9 a.m. on that day. So I had my breakfast at around 5-ish. A full breakfast, like I had eggs, carbs would be more into bread, fruits, yogurt as well. So completely full one. And then I try to eat at least 2 or 3 hours before the event. And just in case I have stomach upset or anything like that before the race starts, at least my stomach is ready for whatever reasons. So walking up in the starting line is like a buzzing experience. You know, the loud music and all the runners around you. Like, you feel you have your circles around you. You can think like these are the people who trained as well for how many months or run crazily, and now we're here. So it's very ecstatic experience. The weather is, it's a chilled weather actually. It's 12 degrees, but it's wet. I was just thankful that it rained the night before the event, and on the event itself it's just cloudy, and the breeze is just enough for you not to sweat. So it's fantastic. So the recollection on my first race is that it's just pure excitement. I just really want to finish my first ever marathon, which is one of my bucket list, and I can't wait to finish it. So running in Zurich is actually lovely. Like, the people are, you can see the smiling faces of the spectators, and running around the Zurich lake is just fantastic. Like, having the picturesque view of the lake is amazing. It's surreal for me. So after running my first marathon, I was just completely happy. Like, whoo, finally I did it without any cramps or any injuries at all. I was just so happy when I crossed the finish line. But you see, like, I don't have anyone waiting for me at the finish line because I didn't tell any of my family about it. So it's just, yay, I did it! And then just walk, and then they give you your medals. So that's it. But the feeling, like the joy inside, is just really immeasurable. So the following day after marathon, they say you need to keep moving. So following morning, I went for a walk, and it's so hard. I feel all the pain, not just on my leg, but all over my body. But I need to walk, so I think I walked like 3 or 4 kilometers in the morning and head back to the hotel, try to relax because in the afternoon I need to go to my sister. So yeah, it's fine though. You just need to have a standby painkillers just in case. And I think I took paracetamol. So when I went to my sister, they knew that I was coming on that day, but they didn't know what time. And when I went to their place, there's no one at home and it's locked. So I just leave my luggage outside and went for a run. And then I just messaged my sister, "Where are you? I'm here. I'm already running." So it's fun though. Yeah. When I met my sister, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, we're outside. Like, yeah, that's okay. I was here since Saturday. Like, what? What did you do? What did you do here? Like, I just showed them the medal. Like, and then they checked it and it's Zurich Marathon. I was like, seriously? So you ran the marathon yesterday? It's like, yes. So everyone was totally shocked. My brother-in-law and my niece, they wore the medal, tried them on, and took a photo. And yeah, everyone was just totally shocked about it. So because I wasn't able to get in the lottery for a Dublin Marathon, I tried to find a way on how to get in. Like, I checked this application. This is called Strava, where you log your activities. And in there are a group of runners in the Dublin Marathon group wherein they can't do the marathon because of the injuries or they have further commitments. And I tried to check for at least 2 weeks every day if I get a chance to have a spare ticket or a transfer ticket. And apparently one of these guys replied to my email. I paid him the ticket and he transferred the ticket under my name. So that's how I get the Dublin ticket. I was just so delighted after all. July 2023, I went for a short holiday with my colleague in Kerry, specifically in Valencia Island. So the thing with me is because I'm doing a training, I need to squeeze in my runs during whatever the activity or how the weekend would go. So even though I'm on holidays, I need to go for a run. So I asked my friend not to look for me in the morning because I'll be gone. Like, I'll be away, I'll be running. So Valencia Island, it's a very fabulous area. Like, it's a gem, I think, in Kerry. So in the morning, I went for my half marathon run, and I just love the scenic view of the sea, and I am chasing for the sunrise on that day. It's just so beautiful. 2023, I didn't have a plan to go home, but then I realized it's my father's 60th birthday, and it's quite special, of course. No one at home knows about me coming home, so I am the person who wants everyone to feel surprised. So yeah, the plan is to go for a holiday and celebrate the birthday. The thing is, here we go again. I'm on holidays, and then I check the Philippine marathons or running events, and then I saw, ooh, there's one, and it fits on my holiday. So I booked it, and on the hindsight, I was a bit hesitant about it because the event will be in September, and the Dublin is in October. So that is quite close, and I don't know what will happen to me after the Philippine Marathon, but I still booked it. So yeah. So when I arrived in my province, I have my sister and my brother-in-law who were my accomplice to give my father a surprise. So they went for lunch, and then I act as a waitress. So I wore the apron and I have my mask on, and then waited there for about maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and eventually I served the food first to my father, and it's like he didn't react. He's just looking at the food. I was like, come on, look at me. So what I did was I need to remove my mask for him to see that it's me. So yeah, so he was completely shocked. Everyone was surprised. My mother was there, and some the rest of my siblings were there. So it was a very great experience. Way back home when I signed up for the Philippine Marathon, I asked my brother-in-law if he could do it. Actually, he had an injured ankle quite 3 years before that, but he signed up for it as well. So like, let's do this. So when I arrived in Philippines, we did a training together. I'm so proud of him. At least like he's still on it. Like he did a half marathon with a short notice. The challenges I encountered during my training in Philippines is that I haven't run longer distance way back home. I just started running longer distance here in Ireland. So the challenge is that first is humidity. It's very hot. Like even though you're wearing t-shirt, it's completely hot. Maybe if I try to acclimatize with the weather, but I still find it hard. And then second thing is like not all the streets have street lights, and I go out sometimes 5 or 6 and it's still dark. I need to have at least a light or a phone, a torch to bring with me. And also they have this stray dogs, like run for your life. Literally because of that. Yeah, so basically that's it, but the rest are fine. Like you have the we have loads of commercial stores wherein you could just buy water. They're open 24/7, and you can have unlimited coconut juice everywhere. So it's fun. So I booked the marathon in Philippines, which would happen a week before my flight. But the thing is, I think 2 weeks before that, they changed the marathon date because of the FIBA. I think it's a World Cup going on that day. So they moved it the following week. And I was completely shocked about it because it's the same day as my flight. What should I do? My flight will be at 7 in the morning, and the marathon will be 2 a.m. on that day. So how? So what I did is that it's impossible for me to run 2 a.m. and then go straight to the airport after. So I just moved my flight in the evening instead. But still, it's the same day. So what can I do? I want to do it, and I just executed. My province is like 2 hours flight from Manila, which is the place where the marathon will be happening in that year. So in Philippines, they do the marathon at 2 a.m. So commonly here it's around 8 or 9. But there, because of humidity and traffic issues, they think it's ideal to do it at dawn, which is 2 a.m. So on marathon day, I did my carb loading, and Because it's 2 a.m. Prior to that, I need to practice like waking up earlier than usual. And I try to get a nap or at least a couple of hours of decent sleep before going to the event. So I went to have my early dinner at around 5, then went to bed by 6, but didn't get enough rest and just a shallow sleep. The atmosphere in a Philippine marathon is just different because this is home. Like, it's been a while. I've run a marathon, but in different country, but this time it's my first event in my home. So I love the vibe, of course, like fellow running with the fellow Filipinos and the music, I didn't know anyone but my brother-in-law with me, so at least I have a company with me on that day. On the race day itself, during my Philippine marathon, it was totally tough. I didn't expect that because I thought 2 a.m. would help, like it will be way cooler than daytime running. But it's still really warm for me. Like, in every hydration station, I need to pour the cup on my head, take the ice cube, put it on my shirt. It's like really hard, but just make sure you keep yourself hydrated. And yeah. So when I reached the finish line, I was just completely happy about finishing the race after all the struggles with the humidity. And the thing is, I'm a bit disappointed because I nearly got the podium for the female runners. I turned out when I arrived at the finish line, they say, "Oh, poor thing, you're just seconds away from the third placer." It's like, okay, better luck next time. So yeah, it's a bit disappointment, but I didn't expect to be in a podium because I'm not a fast runner. It's just that maybe the elites are not there that day. so so running in the Philippines is quite humid and you will be sweating throughout the race and you will be producing a lot of salt in your body. So this rubs on my clothing and on my belt bag during the race unconsciously. And I didn't realize there's a big chafed on my skin at the back until I went to shower. And when the water is pouring on my body, I was like totally sore throughout. Like, I want to scream. Like, it's way more painful than doing the running or the body aches. The skin is just too much. Basically, I will be flying on the evening on that day. So I was not like totally packed because I need to put all the rest of my running gears and the rest of my stuff. So good thing my sister was there. She prepared the food for us and I just went to bed and I'm just completely sore. It's hard to lie on the bed. You need to go sideways, and to think that you need to go to the airport and be in the plane sitting for nearly 24 hours again. So it's hard. For my flight, I prepared myself, so I had my compression stocking on for the thought that it would at least help me, because it's hard to be running for like nearly 4 hours and then you'll be on the plane stagnant and moving for nearly 24 hours. So it's tough. I tried to get enough sleep on the plane. I did a bit, but it's totally tough. And when I went to Dublin airport, you need to go by stairs. I was like, oh my god, not this time. Yeah. So when I arrived in Dublin, another adjustment with the weather. So it's cooler here, and before I did the race in Philippines, I'm a bit chesty, but I still did the race though. So I think it triggered as well, like you did something that is too much for your body, and then you need to recover. And when I arrived here in Dublin, I was completely wrecked. Like I am chesty, I had cough, and I checked with antigen and I got COVID. So I tried to recover for a week, no running or anything, and not even a week, 2 weeks at least. Time wise, I have 6 weeks from gap from Philippine Marathon to Dublin one, and I missed 2 weeks of that. So I don't know, at that time there's a stage wherein I'm questioning if I could still do the Dublin one because I'm still sore. I think my knees are still sore, everything. I don't know if I'm fully recovered. So yeah, I just fully rested for a couple of weeks and see what would happen. For the Dublin race, I am more vocal about it. I told my friends about it, and they were so thrilled to know about it. And yeah, they prepared some banners and foods and gels. Yeah, so it's great to have the people on the crowd on the day itself. I think going to the Dublin event after running the Philippine one, and say 60% recovered. So I don't know with the 40%. It's just luck. I feel too much pressured about it. Because, your friends are waiting there and they're like, come on, Jen, where are you now? Like, we've been here for ages and it's cold and wet here. You see, there's loads of pressure actually. The year before, I was just passing by RDS and saw people collecting the race kits. I was like, oh, how I wish I could go there. So the following year, I was there and I nearly cried. Like, yes, finally, I can claim my marathon kit at the end. So yeah, they have lovely stalls, all the race gears that you want, and loads of course, the fellow runners. So it was just a good vibe to have. And they prepare this, I think they have this stage wherein you can go there and have a photo. And I take a photo of me, like pretending I'm in a podium. So it's fun. I collected the kit Saturday, at least 24 hours before the race day itself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Not too bad. Excited.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Cool. There's a name on it. Thank you very much.
Your pins are here, and then you can leave back to the room.
Okay, thank you.
Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you. So race day itself, I did the weather check again because Dublin weather is or Ireland weather in general is very unpredictable. Came late to the starting line because I didn't expect that the queue in the loo is just way too long. I thought like you'll be done by 5 minutes, but it will take you 20 or 30 minutes to be on that line. So I missed my wave, and I went to the next wave instead. But it's grand. So the first half of the race is quite tough for me. There's a bit of hills and it's fun. Like you have the spectators around. They're so like lovely faces and familiar face. My housemate was there as well. Some of my friends are there. It's just that on the 21st, yeah, half marathon, I can feel um my legs are not doing well. Like I feel a bit of cramp. So I just thought like maybe I need to stop. Like maybe that's it. But you see, in long distance running or in marathon, it's mind over matter. Like you just need to think that you can, even though your body thinks that you need to stop. So I just went for a walk for like 2 minutes and then try running again. And yeah, I feel better after. So in running, anything could happen. Like there are things that are unexpected that would really happen. So don't expect it to be a smooth one. It's not always pleasurable as you thought. So for the fact that your friends are also on their trackers, on their phones. So it made you think that, what if I stop here? They will be pissed off because they're waiting, they have their gels, they have their soda with them, and they're waiting for me. So, yeah, they kept me going in a way, like thinking that they're there to support me. So it's a big thing as well. After finishing that race, I was just completely delighted about how the event turned out. Like, I thought I quit at the middle of it, but I still didn't hit the wall. And that's what I want to happen. Like, I want to finish the race not hitting the wall and not getting any injury in the middle of it. And I think, in a way, I'm proud of myself at the time that deciding to do one marathon ended up doing 3 instead. It's just unreal. Like, yeah, I'm just so proud. Proud moments. Running gives me a lot of lessons about life, like holistically. It's like having a discipline about those aspects in life. A discipline where you need to learn how to have a self-control. I think I would say it's part of my identity for who I am now. And I just love the feeling of going out and enjoying myself. I think it's a pleasure with the discomfort. If you get what it is. I think I would keep running as long as my legs and my body is able to. So as I mentioned, it's already part of me. And I contain this good relationship with running. And yeah, keep going.
camera 2 is rolling. Okay, come on set and slate please.
3-3-23, intro, take 1.
And do it again for this camera, didn't see it.
3-3-23, intro, take 1.
Not specific.
Okay, don't change his wordings.
Okay. No
Okay.
artistic please take it here. Okay.
All right.